Before I get started, it's traditional in stand-up comedy to tell you a little bit about myself. Last week I donated blood, and afterwards, when I was having my juice and cookies, as you're legally required to do, this attendant came rushing over to me looking all concerned. She was just like, "Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling faint?" And I was like, "I'm just playing Candy Crush. I mean, I failed the same level 3 times, but that's pretty normal." And then the nurse who took my blood yelled across the clinic, "Oh no, it's fine. He always looks like that." So that's just a little bit about me. Another thing about me, I had a different childhood than most of you, I am assuming, because my parents were like back to the land hippies, so I grew up in a log cabin in the woods with no electricity or running water, and that's, that's a normal childhood in the 1890s, not so much now. And what really brought home how abnormal it was when I went to the Japanese internment museum with my wife and her friends, because they were all just like, "Oh my God, this is so horrible. All those innocent people rounded up and forced to live like this." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess, but I had that wood stove. I had those oil lamps. I slept in a bed like this." And it's just really weird feeling nostalgic about a monument to human suffering. And wondering whether your childhood was a war crime. But it's also weird because the subtext of what my friends were saying is, this is horrible. All those innocent people forced to live like a bunch of Ryan Gunthers. And that's just a hurtful thing to say to your friend. So Donald Trump is not going away, apparently. And I don't know if you've noticed, but he just keeps saying things. He says a lot of things, even though he is very bad at talking. Like, he literally said, "I have the best words," and none of those are the best words. Those are all 5-cent words. My favorite thing was back during the campaign, he kept insulting people by saying so-and-so was fired like a dog, as if that is a real thing that other people say, right? Like, that's not a real saying. Nobody else ever says that. Like, I've watched nearly every episode of Dogs with Jobs, and I have never seen one get fired. Dogs are incredibly dedicated. He also said, Mitt Romney choked like a dog, Marco Rubio sweats like a dog, other people begged for money like a dog, got cheated on like a dog, got dumped like a dog. I don't think he knows what dogs are. Yeah, few facts. Dogs don't sweat. They do beg, but not for money. And they shouldn't get cheated on or dumped because you're not supposed to fuck your dog. It's one of those things some people need to be told, apparently. So I live in a basement suite, and apparently what that means is that every spring my apartment gets invaded by ants. So as you do, I bought some pesticide to try to launch a counterattack, and on the back of the package it said, "Warning, contains the allergen peanuts." Do you know what to do with that information? I don't. Like, I understand that food allergies are a big deal for some people, but I feel like we're taking it a little bit too far when we are literally putting an allergy warning on poison. And not even for the poison. Oh, you're allergic to peanuts? Everyone is allergic to poison. It's poison. Don't eat it because it's poison and not because the part that isn't poison might also make you a little sick. You don't need to warn people about the lesser evil. Like you would never tell a soldier, hey, try not to get shot because bullets contain lead and that stuff builds up in your blood and can cause headaches and insomnia. It's just kind of beside the point. I should actually make a confession though. I found out recently I actually have an allergy. I am allergic to talking about gluten. That's not like a real allergy, you know, it's just like a sensitivity. It just kind of irritates me. Some of you may have the same thing. So I'm married. Wasn't always, I think that's pretty common. But like even before I got married, like I've never even considered cheating on my wife, but I have 2 cats. And if I see another cat when I'm on my way home to my cats, I will always try to pick that cat up just to see if I can. Yeah. Like I've never catcalled a woman, but I will absolutely catcall actual cats because they need to know how pretty they are. Somebody has to separate who is and is not a fluffy fellow, and that somebody is me. Yeah, I think I would have been way better at dating if meow was a legitimate pickup line, because that's the kind of game I have. I pull mad pussy. Like literally mad. Some cats do not want to be picked up. So you guys all familiar with the link between vaccines and autism? No, because there is a link. The link is that we diagnose kids with autism around the same age that we give them their vaccines. And doctors have been trying to explain to parents for years that that isn't a thing. Don't need to worry about it, with no success. Because you can't fight stupid with smart. It just doesn't work. That's how Trump got elected. What you need to do is fight stupid with stupid. Diagnose all babies as autistic at 6 months old, and then a couple years later when they've had their vaccines, good news, we cured most of them. Yeah, vaccines cure autism now. And the best part is, we don't even have to lie because babies are autistic. Like if you don't make special allowances for their age, a baby will fail an autism test. Lack of eye contact, no fear of danger, inappropriate giggling, these are all red flags. Just give them the real test, problem solved. I don't know if you guys saw this, but as of 2015, now more people die trying to take selfies than have been killed by sharks. But, I mean, obviously, what statistics can't tell you is that selfies kill the right people. All right, thanks, you guys. You've been a lot of fun.